I need to trim this aloe a little bit. How's it going? Okay, we have a new size of our Bright Ultra Hydration Resurfacing Mask. Wonderful mask, and it comes in this fabulous new box as well. We're transitioning our boxes. There's some pretty colors in the inside, like our box for Succulent. Yay! Succulent has been quite popular. This is definitely my favorite right now. Succulent Cell Quenching Hydrogel. So all the boxes are now transitioning, and we have our new Bright size now. So this is 50 grams. You guys, you know that we have a mini, which I don't have displayed, which is, okay, I'm fighting with my aloe here, which is 30 grams. We also have a new size for that. And then we have our giant jars, 100 grams. But now there's a medium, essentially. So this is a little easier. Hi, Rachel! Thank you for joining. Mwah! Kisses. So this one's 42. A little easier price sometimes. Hi, Leslie! So you guys, also next week we're gonna have another sale for our cosmetics because we want to celebrate. I'm gonna put out a video on the whole Teflon in your cosmetics issue. Hi, Patricia! Very good, how are you? Hearts, 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 hearts. Wearing whimsy at the moment. And I just want to put some more, you do? Yes! Teresa, hello! Well, that's wonderful to hear that you like it. Yay! Winning! I love it. I'm really into it. Where is it? Party! So keep an eye on your inbox. Will it start on Tuesday? We might have a sale before that. In which case, if you are listening to your inbox, you'll see it. Because of the Teflon issue. Teflon in your cosmetics. And there's lots of alternatives, like this is Marlene from Hush and Dottie. This is a nice concealer, little compact here. They have a whole line of really great stuff. Elia's awesome too. A sale, did I not specify? A sale on our cosmetic-y stuff. On our lip enhancers and our lusters. Thank you. Thank you so much. It must be the Succulent and the Rosé, of course, on the cheeky cheeks. Yes. So we're going to put a sale on, out of these because of this recent issue with the new PFAS, which are chemicals that are basically Teflon. Yes, Wimpton's white lippies. Yes. Well, good. Yes, all of the stuff, all your faves you can stock up on. So I convinced them to do a sale because, okay, so the FDA is hopefully getting this through the, yes. And I didn't realize that, I just realized that in California, this has already passed through the banning of cosmetics. And they had, so I'm gonna have a video that I got some help with, the editing. So thank you, Leslie, gorgeous. So they, yeah, they're hopefully getting this through the Senate. They're gonna start banning because they did a whole, they tested like 250, I think, 31, I can't remember, something around there, different brands, different products, and a lot of well-known brands, MAC, you know, all sorts of, Revlon, you name it, L'Oreal, everything. And they found a lot of basically Teflon. It's forever chemicals. It's the reason why we don't cook with Teflon, and it's in a lot of ingredients, and it can slip in as a proprietary ingredient. So some of them, a lot of them were not even listed. So you definitely want to, if anything with, I can't remember the exact name. I'm putting in the video, but there's, I can't remember. It's PFAS. Exactly what that is, but you often don't even see it. Yes! Tell us about the Succulent. What you love about it, Rachel. I would love to hear about that. But the problem is basically you can try and avoid PFAS in looking in the ingredients, but often they're not even labeled because it's the secret ingredient that makes the mascara or the not lipstick or even foundation stay on, you know. So stay away from long-lasting stuff. Waterproof mascara, I'm afraid, probably has PFAS in it. Long-lasting lip whatever's probably has PFAS in it. So that's, to stay away from that. And then you'll probably stay away from it. Yes, succulent. Ah, succulent. It has a pleasant smell. Sometimes I can smell the Cromwell a little bit in it. Cromwell is the very ancient. It's also what makes it pink. It has a bit of a pungent smell, but hopefully mainly what you smell is the lovely, luscious apple and cucumber. But it's pleasant. Use it at night and it makes your skin so hydrated as you wake up. Yes. Do you like the smell, Rachel? Generally people like the smell. It's not as smelly as the Fresh Eyes though, that's for sure. But yes, it's so hydrating and a lot of really good PFAS. Tyra is basically Teflon. But I'm going to put out a video, I think tomorrow or Thursday. Yes, thank you, Lauren. These streams, they do wonderful to hear. PFAS. If you Google it right now, you'll probably see the article. You do? You love the smell of, thank you, Rachel. Good. Yes, it's really good. It's a good night. It's a good cream for any time. You ended up changing over your favorite lip liner from MAC and picked up a lip liner. Okay, good. Good. I think that's great because there's a lot of alternatives. That's great, Leslie. I'm glad. There's a lot of really good brands like Dottie. If you go to Detox Market, you have Teflon chemical called Genex in the drinking water from the DuPont plant. Yes, exactly. And that's the thing, is that they can, a lot of this forever chemicals, because they don't seem to break down, which is why they're great Teflon, or they're also in like, apparently in a lot of wrapped foods, like wrappers. I don't know, burger wrappers, I'm not sure what, but that's another reason to stay away from processed foods. But yeah, Teflon plant. It's also, apparently, this is a new tidbit, that it started out in the 30s, this chemical, they found it, and they used it on tanks in the military as like protective. And it's just been used ever since, in the 50s a lot. It's used in like carpet, to stain resistant carpeting. It's a lot of places, but you don't want to ingest it. So you don't want it on your lips or in mucous membranes like your eyes. Maybe it's okay on your skin. Like maybe if you touch some Teflon, if you're holding your Teflon pan, I don't know if it can get through your skin, but you definitely don't want it in your mouth. Is there other helpful skin ingredients in the moisturizer besides hydration? Oh, so glad you asked, Leslie. Yes. Like the Cromwell has really healing ingredients, and it's very good for healing the skin, and it's used in ancient Chinese and I think other cultures as a healing for the skin. Barley extract is hydrating. You get some glass cookware. Yes, or even iron or just stainless steel. I mean, cooking with glass, I had some pretty good Pyrex, like the old Pyrex, but yeah, there's a lot of alternatives. So this also has glucoceramides, protect the barrier of the skin. Beta-glucan, which is an ingredient or a component of colloidal oats. I always say that backwards because I'm about to say colloidal silver. That's really good for irritation of the skin and the like. Polyglutamate, it's got polyglutamic acid and hyaluronic acid, very hydrating. Oh, kelp, all the amazing kelp in there. Also fucoidins and the fucoxanthins. So it's pretty healing balm, which I gotta get that brand, the Supofuco. That's what Leslie was talking about. It's also good internally. Supofuco, fucoxanthins, it's a component of brown algae that's very good for your body in a whole bunch of ways. So that's a big component in the kelp, but it's also additional. It's also good for your eye. Is it also good for an eye area? Yeah, It's great for the eye area. You can put it around here. Fucoidan, yes, that's fucoidan and fucoxanthin, as well as kelp in here. I hope I'm saying those right. I'm not sure. Those are the components of the brown algae, which is really good. Yeah, this is great for the crepey areas like under eyes, and I'm really into it on the neck. That's a great product. How long does it last, and how much do you use? You can use, it's gonna last a long time. Like, you don't need very much because it's concentrated. So if your skin, I use damp skin, like I don't dry my face off. Fresh Eyes is good for the eye cream. Fresh Eyes is definitely great for eye cream. Yes, I just had a picnic with a friend yesterday, and she was saying how she put this on. She wasn't expecting much. She's fancy skincare. But the next day she was like, she took a double take at the wrinkles in her eyes. It's wonderful to hear. Fresh Eyes has a lot more anti-aging. They both have peptides in it. Okay, yeah. A little dab of this is fine. You don't need very much. And it comes with a little spatula, fancy spatula. So you really, a little goes a long way because it's concentrated. So if your skin is damp, just a little bit, you know, like a little bit. See? I just have a little bit. You really don't need much. You don't. And then it just draws in the moisture because it kind of like hydrates with the water and just draws it in, drinks it in. Yeah. So you can like hydrate with some sort of mistiness. Of course, I like my Lucid Essence Brightening Mist. Use over Plush or at night. I would wear Plush first. I've been kind of alternating. I haven't used them together. I'm sure you could, but I would do Plush first because you want the retinol to get into your skin. I love using the Fresh Eyes with the nano needling. Yes, that makes sense actually. Nano needling the Fresh Eyes because it has all of these peptides. It has ingredients in it that are great for the darkness around the skin, around the eyes. It has some really great ingredients to help with that, so you can get them in there. That's great. Great idea. Peptides in here for wrinkling as well, but there's also peptides in the Succulent. Very good ingredients as well. My favorite to Derma in is the Lux. It's still my favorite because it's very non-irritating. And sometimes, like glow or something, anything with, you're supposed to allegedly do some vitamin C in your skin after. I love that it's concentrated, will last a while. Oh yes. Yeah, exactly. Concentrated. So if your skin's damp, like wash your skin with I wash my skin with Silk or just a little bit of Bright to exfoliate the enzymes. Just a little bit, smear it on. I do this often in the morning and then brush my teeth and then rinse it off. And then my face is dripping and I put a little bit of the Succulent on. Fine lines and something or other, absolutely. Yeah, it's great. It's great. So I think I said this, but I might have tangent. Lux is really great after derma rolling. I find it very good because it really because it's non-irritating, but it has that oil-soluble vitamin C in it. So it's getting that vitamin C, because sometimes, like the day or two after derma rolling, derma stamping, whatever, even with sunscreen or anything on my skin, it feels weird. It feels like it's getting in there because there's little holes and you can really feel like a little sting. So it's a non-irritating vitamin C. But I'm glad you're experiencing derma rolling with Fresh Eyes. It's not irritating. I'm gonna try that. My aloe is really taken over. What do you think of growth factors in skincare? I've never tried it. It seems like there's a lot of skin companies that have growth factors in the skin. I don't know about the research behind that, if it's really I've never tried it. How about you, Leslie? Are you finding it beneficial? Have you tried it? Anybody? I mean, the peptides, it seems really good, but growth factors, I can't distinguish those presently. But it would be an interesting thing to look into with the research. If there's research behind it, then yes, I'm into it. do you guys think of these pretty colors? Do you like it more? It's pretty. So Silk and Bright have this. Oops, I put the wrong one in. Like human growth. Yeah, I don't quite. EGW. Use the growth factor serum by Osmosis brand and you'll love it. It's expensive though. Yes, they're definitely expensive. Osmosis. Do you derma roll it in? Do you feel like it makes a difference? Let's put the right thing in the right box. Yeah, I'm not Osmosis. I have to look into it. That must be an almost thought. Osmosis. Yes. I bet Leslie's using one. There we go. Yeah, it seems like a good thing to derma roller in. Derma stamp. Wow, thank you, Evelyn. Well, that's from Good Face Stuff. Only derma roller products if they are meant to be used that way. I agree. You want to go real gentle because you don't want stuff to get stuck on the skin. Skin Medic has been recommended by Graceful Beauty, but don't know if it could do anything good. Skin Medica. I don't know. Osmosis. That sounds. Thank you. Yeah, I'll have to look. Yeah, you want to be real gentle with the derma rolling because things can get aggravating into the skin. That's why I like the Lux. Hyaluronic, straight up hyaluronic acid, but even hyaluronic acid brands sometimes have some funkiness that I don't want because I'm really into non-toxic. That's why I'm saying check your, it's $130 a bottle. Sherry from Graceful Beauty prefers the Skin Medica TNS serum to the Osmosis. Interesting. They're okay, but by any means natural, but not Skin Medica, yes. What do you recommend for puffy under eyes? I really think ice, frozen tea bags, or even frozen green tea, like, you know, to release that. That's really, and also check your salt. You know, I think that, I mean, there's peptides and the like. There's peptides in our fresh eyes for depuffing, but what's going to really have a noticeable effect is like icing that area and to release the puffy. It's going to have like an immediate effect. That's why, you know, the spoon trick. You use cheap derma rolling and it made my skin look worse. Oh. Yes. We'll try it like a Dr. Pen or something. Yeah, that's tricky. Yeah, the derma, I used a derma roller and I'm definitely into the stamps now because it makes more sense. Sugar makes your eyes puffy the most. Interesting. Yeah, maybe sugar. Inflammation. I mean, I think salt often for most people is probably a big factor. But yeah, inflammation, osmosis wouldn't be natural either. Darn. Well, we probably need some. Dr. Pen is way better. Yeah, Dr. Pen's really good because it's just straight in and it's easier. I could see how rolling now. God, that sucks. I'm so sorry. A stamp. Well, check out Dr. Pen. Google Dr. Pen. You could probably get he's got a lot of different levels of Dr. Pen now. It's basically a pen that goes fast like this, and you have little cartridges of needles that then you can even adjust the level. I'm sure I have a video on it, but they can do a smaller, like 0.25 around your eyes. What's the site you sell your skincare products? It's called goodfacestuff.com, and I'm sure there's a link down in the description. Good Face Stuff. Probably if you Google it, it'll come up. Sugar and salt both dehydrate our skin and at the same time can cause the tissues to retain water. Yes. Yeah. Dr. Pen with Lux Flush is like a facelift, definitely. I use a regular stamp on my face. How often? Yeah, you can also use, there's a few different brands that are just a manual stamp. It's a little scarier, maybe. I mean, I did that one, a gold tip one from, I can't even remember the name now. Darn it, that was from Graceful Beauty as well. I don't even remember, but I definitely like Dr. Pen better. Because the cartridges are small, and you could, because the manual one, you're really supposed to utilize one cartridge for once on your skin. You use it once, you throw it away. I sometimes spray some alcohol, like soak it and use it again, like soon. But if it's once a month, you want to use one cartridge. The stamp, you know, you're supposed to, those are one-time use. Do you derma roller under eye area? Yes. It's scary. You only want to do 0.25. I mean, maybe you can do a little. I think I've done a little higher, like with the Dr. Pen, you can change the gauge. Derma stamp better than derma rolling. Derma rolling can tear the skin. Yeah. Yeah, so that's a bummer. Hopefully we can recover from that, Lauren. I bet you will. You can. And doing any derma often, like a few days later, like, or I've done it around my neck where it's like, oh, serum is pretty clean product. Osmosis, okay. Well, anytime you derma stamp, sometimes it can be not so great looking a little bit afterwards. Especially if there's some place where it creases. Like I've done my necklines a few times, and it's really hard to keep that from not being irritated. Dr. Pen under the eyes with really small needles. Yes, you want to do 0.25 or around there. But I have trying to say, if I haven't, 0.5 I have done around a little bit, like around the crow's feet area. It's been okay. So the thicker the skin, the longer the needle. I've never done over 1, like 1.5. Oh, like I guess you do around here. Can I derma stamp twice a month? I think you can safely. Some people derma stamp like every night, and I don't, that not even just the nano needles. There's nano, which are even teenier than 0.25. You can do that every night. Up to 2, I know. The 2 is more for like, I think your body, like stretch marks and the like. You could do it in some places on your skin, but scary. For me. I'm sure people. So as your skin, you know, the whole thing is that you're making little holes and kind of tricking your skin to pushing more collagen into your little micro wounds. So I'm sure your skin becomes more acclimated, and some people do it. Some people come on this live. I have never been I don't think I've derma stamped more than a month, because time just passes. But weekly, your skin you could probably go up to twice a month, definitely. Yeah, if you have a scar, like a pock mark or something, you can do more frequently. You derma stamp like once a week. See, Rachel's, that's often, and I think it's often enough. I tried both the osmosis and the skin medic and really haven't noticed anything from them. Darn. Yeah. I don't know much about the growth factor, and if it's really better than like retinols, you know, for like skin thickening, and there's always gonna be something new. That's the truth, especially in the cosmetic industry. So I'll have to do more research on that. But one thing we know for sure, clean up your cosmetics so you don't get forever chemicals in your body, because it's very disruptive and unhealthy. And derma stamp, yes, for optimal skin glow. Even just nothing on your skin after that. What's the best treatment for sunspots in your opinion? Well, I think you definitely, well, that's a lot of my skin brand is working with dark spots. That's why everything's called like bright and lucid, you know, illuminating. So this lucid has niacinamide, it has N-acetylglucosamine. Those working together are really great for brightening dark spots. I mean, we're gonna come out with a serum also, because this is kind of general, but also vitamin C's. Bright has very, yes, exfoliating, has lucid, has lactic acid and fruit enzymes and the like. So even like spot treating, it's right, you don't need any yes, you don't, Lauren, for sure. You will also recommend as something with this. So this is our retinol, not retinol, retinol, which is more potent but more gentle than retinol. But something like that to exfoliate is very good, and also work with the turnover. This one's pretty good. But also Lux is probably Lux and Glow. I like Lux better than Glow. But this is 10% oil soluble vitamin C. So that goes deep in to work with the turnover of the skin. What's your skin? Oops, luminous? Makes your skin luminous? I'm sorry, I missed it. But you want some sort of vitamin C. There's also azelaic acid, which I haven't explored that much, but I wonder if that works more with acne marks. I'm not sure, but there's also, there's a few different acids that you can work with, but this is what I recommend for my brand. You could also try we have a goodies small packages of our brand as well. It's travel size, teeny and cute. Like, do I have one of those? I do. Like, you can, you can do the moisture pack and get, like, this is a little bitty of the Glow, and there's a little bitty of the Lux, which lasts quite a long time because it's 10 little grams. Anyways, tranexamic acid, that's another one. We're gonna have tranexamic acid sometime. What skincare products can you lift your face and tighten? It's tricky. Tightening, like we have the DMAE, which it's tricky. Tightening your skin, I think really the main thing is Derma stamping. That's why your skin looks so, thank you, Lacey. Thank you for repeating that. That's right. I think for tightening, it's tricky. Do you think you'll ever have a stronger version of Bright? Stronger than Bright? I don't think so. You want a stronger one? This could be pretty sensitizing for people. I don't think we're gonna have a stronger, more intense than Bright. If your skin is already acclimated to the intensity. I'm very impressed, Rachel. Wow. Yeah, Bright, no. I don't want to burn anybody. Yes, but tightening, Patricia. Just I think Derma stamping is probably the best for really lifting the skin. Like, topical solutions are probably limited. Really tightening. Facial exercises can help. But I think Derma stamping, because you're really tightening, you can tighten skin with that. How often can you use Bright? Well, if your skin is more acclimated, you can use it more frequently. Like anything, just like we're talking about Derma stamping. You love the Glow? Leslie, the Glow loves you as well. I like Glow too, but I love Lux because I like I just like oils. I love facial oils. What else? Anything else? Any other pressing discussions? I have to look into these growth factors and the science behind it, because it's important to go with the science. Maybe growth factors have some tightening effect to the skin, but I don't think you're going to get a topical that's really going to do a lot of tightening. I mean, there's caffeine creams, but like Leslie suggested, a body caffeine cream. Drinking collagen and enzymes firms within. Yes, collagen and enzymes. That's true. And MSM, collagen is pretty tightening. Hydrolyzed collagen. You could even, because hydrolyzed collagen can be a little pricey, you can even just have more bone broth. You want more cheeks to show more. Oh, you want your up here? You mean, is that what you want to firm up? Keep Derma stamping, facial exercises, but yes, get some hydrolyzed collagen. But what I was just trying to say is gelatin. You can even eat gelatin, not with the sugar. We'd love a video on Derma stamping. I've heard of Derma rolling, but not stamping. I'm intrigued. Well, I will put my video of it down below after we're done with this. And I know I have a Dr. Penn one. Yes. So I will do that in one moment, I assure you. Okay, guys, any other pressing questions? And I'm sure if you type in the search, derma stamping, you'll see some people, or Dr. Penn. What is Lux as opposed to Glow? What's in Lux? Well, Lux has all of these fabulous plant and flower essences, oils, all organic oils, and I just really love the smell. Like the primarily has cacao oil, which has more vitamin E than argan oil and more vitamin A than rosehip seed oil. It has 20 of all of these different oils. Rose hip seed oil. Any lactic acid body lotion coming? Rachel, I did discuss this. I don't think so. Which one is better? Bone broth? I didn't catch it. I'm still working on that, but it's not going to be soon. So should I do more cheek lifting exercises? Absolutely. Patricia, definitely. But I didn't catch that. Bone broth or what? Rosehip seed oil. Rose. Did I also say? There was another one I was just mentioning. What is it? Cacao seed oil, raspberry seed oil, which has really great properties. Blueberry, peach. There's so many. And it has 10% oil-soluble vitamin C, which is a fancy ingredient. You need at least 7%. Bone broth, and you make yourself, in my opinion. Because you actually, okay, whatever the question was, bone broth that you make yourself, you can really, you want it gelatinous. Well, maybe. I'm sure there's enzymes in semen, as we've discussed. Which bone broth that you can make yourself or a supplement? Bone broth you make yourself probably is best, because then you're going to get, you're like boiling cartilage from the bones. Like you need bones that have, yes, cook it. And you want it to be gelatinous, then you're really getting a lot of benefits. And make bone broth. Does she have a recipe? I know. My mother should make a video. I think I have a video making bone broth. It's ancient. Yeah, because then you're gonna get, it's just, I mean, I make bone broth occasionally, like in a crock pot. It's just a lot. So often I'll buy like Oh So Good or some frozen ones. There's a lot, you can get a lot of frozen ones, and so often I just buy it. But you want it to be gelatinous. And hydrolyzed collagen, you know, that you can hydrate in water, it gets thick, you know, but it's gonna, you want that jello. You want it to be like jelly-like, because then you know you're really getting it. Okay, guys. Bye, Leslie. I think we should go as well. Enjoy your ballet. I love thinking of you in ballet and maybe a tutu. You're probably not wearing a tutu, but I love thinking about it. Do you sleep with any special pillowcase for your hair and skin? I do. I have a silk one. I have a video of that as well. Does it impart skin benefits because it's silk? Maybe. But it just feels fabulous, and it does help with the hair frizz. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I really appreciate you. I gave you hearts. Mwah! And I'm going to put the derma stamping and the bone broth, if I have one, right now in the description, guys. Okay? Bye. Bye, guys.